Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys on Star. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So at the Disney Investor Day, Disney finally announced what Star is going to be and how it's going to work. And it's going to be a little bit different depending on where you are. But the general idea of Star, it's going to be their brand that they're going to be using internationally to hold all the content that maybe wouldn't quite fit right on Disney Plus, the more mature content. Things from their brands such as 20th Century Studios, Searchlight Pictures. You've also got the Hulu originals, you've got ABC, FX, and more. Now, the interesting thing, how this is all going to work. So first off, let's talk about the main way they're going to be doing Star. And this will be running out in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, across Europe, and it'll also be coming to Singapore, and it'll be rolling out to Japan and other Far East countries and Eastern Europe at a later date. Now, how this is going to work is Star is now going to be the sixth pillar within Disney Plus. So you're going to have Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic, Pixar, and then you're going to have Star. When you go into there for the first time, it will ask you if you are happy to have basically mature content, and you'll have to put in either your password or your PIN code, and there's going to be some PIN options in there as well for parental control, and it's going to unlock it. And therefore, within your Disney Plus subscription, you are going to have access to all of this extra content. There are going to be thousands of more episodes of shows. There's going to be loads more movies. We're going to get things like Logan and Deadpool from Marvel. We're going to get 20th century movies like Aliens and Die Hard and Kingsman. We're going to be getting FX shows. We're going to get like Marvel's Hellstrom. There's going to be the Hulu originals that they own as well. And generally, this is going to be a massive, massive thing for those regions because it's included in Disney Plus. You know, you don't have to pay extra to get it. Kind of, because how they've done it is they're going to increase the price of Disney Plus in those regions by €2, though it will depend on which country you're in. I'm just going to run through the prices now. Disney Plus will be priced at $11.99 a month or $119.99 a year. The same price in Australian dollars, while in New Zealand it'll be $12.99 a month or $129.99 for the annual package. In the UK it will be priced at $7.99 or £79.90 for the annual version. In Europe it'll be $8.99 a month or $89.90 for the annual package. Those prices will depend on your local region, but it's interesting to see how this is all going to work. So there's going to be like kind of like a $2 price rise. Personally, for me, I think this is fantastic because the actual price would have been going up at least €1 or £1 anyway, because Disney is implementing a $1 price rise on Disney Plus from March. So these will be all taking place from February the 23rd. We're going to be getting access to Star. So on that day, you can load up and you get the option, and we're going to have all this extra content for literally, as far as I'm concerned, a pound or $1 a month more than it was before, because obviously the price rise coming in. But I just think this is such a fantastic deal for us. I mean, we are getting a far superior platform than the US, who the problem is with the US, they've still got Hulu. And that's where everything kind of comes down. The problem is they've got all those brands already on there. They will be getting the 20th Century Studio movies. They will be getting Searchlight movies as well. Because Comcast still owns 33% of Hulu, Disney aren't kind of doing this whole thing in the US. So unfortunately, that does mean that the US Disney Plus is going to be much smaller than we're going to be getting in all these other countries. I'm going to be honest. There might also be some regional difference. I'm expecting, for example, in the UK, there might be some titles missing, maybe because they're on Sky or BBC, but it's in the press release that we have got a price for the Disney Plus with Star. Now in Latin America it's going to be completely different because they're going to have their own standalone Star Plus app, which is going to be launching in June. And that's because they're going to have all the sports packages that they've already got in the region, and therefore they felt that they're going to do a different price and it's not kind of fitting in with Disney Plus. I'll be honest, I would have preferred them to have had the same thing, but maybe the price would have been too high had they had to include all the sports, because that's a big issue with that all going forward. But yeah, things are really looking up. As far as Disney Plus, for lots of us, you know, in Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand and Ireland, we're all going to be getting so much more content. This is just, for me, I'm really looking forward to next year now. We're going to have so much content. We're going to have all those new Star originals, which is what they're going to be called. And they're going to be using that Star branding a lot. We've already seen that kind of coming through. But yeah, great news for us for Star. Unfortunately, in the US, you've still got Hulu, and they don't seem to be moving away from that anytime soon. But Yeah, so its content's all going to be a little bit different in 2021 for the rest of us with Disney Plus. But what do you think of Star? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.